again, it's like throwing a pebble in the ocean. But I can tell you as of today, I'm down 14 pounds in 5 weeks. I have never lost weight that fast in my life. And I can assure you, I am pushing as hard as I can to get to a 3,000 calorie diet. I don't know if I'm making it anymore to that. Now, how I trying to curb that, and I think I ate more this week, so I slowed down the weight loss where I was going like well over 2 pounds a week. And this week, I think on our scanner, I came back on the body scan today like 1.2 pounds lost in a week, which I'm okay with. But my food intake was easier because I split my dose. And I've seen all the information everybody else says. Some people say don't split doses. Some people say do split doses. But I upped it to 3 milligrams because I wanted to see what was going to happen. I'm taking half at the beginning of the week, half at the end of the week. And it's allowed me to not have such an impact, I think, when it comes to lack of appetite. I can eat a little bit more, which I'm very happy with because that helps me get my proteins in. But it's enough in my system to where I'm not reaching and choosing for the things I'm addicted to, like sugars and tobaccos and things of that nature. So it's a very interesting product. If you are in a situation where you need to lose weight, give it a try. Check with your doctors, but give it a try. I have seen all the information for first generation GLP-1, second generation GLP-2, and then the third that me and Steve are trying. This is different, I think. My metabolism feels great because I feel the energy in my system. My body is humming like I've never had it hum. And my calmness to everything, it just flat out exists. I don't think I can get excited about too much in a bad way right now. I feel chill the whole time with this stuff in my system. It's pleasantly weird, Steve.
Yeah. I would just say, look, I talk to a lot of doctors, a lot of nurse practitioners about this, about the legalities of it. And I listen to a lot of doctors, a lot of opinions. So you can't take anything that we say as advice. It's not, because this isn't a process still. And I notice some of the same things. I eat slower. I've noticed that I track all my macros, fats, proteins, and carbohydrates. And almost always at the end of the day, my macros come out about one third, one third, one third. I'm always shooting for 200 grams of protein. I get about 200 grams of protein. That means I'm getting about 200 grams of carbohydrates. And that means I'm getting about 100 grams of fat, healthy fat, because that comes out to about one third, one third, one third as far as your calories. And I've noticed if my meal is fat heavy, it's like I don't feel like eating it, and I feel like eating more carbs or whatever I'm lacking until it can't be described. It is very bizarre. And I think it's not really a fat loss thing. It's a make your body healthy thing. And now they're starting to test it for, they know it does more good things for your body. So now they're going, okay, what else can we market this as when we actually cut it loose beyond the compounding pharmacies right now? And there's research, chemical sites out there. Let's not fool each other. People buy these from these research chemical sites and that are not for human consumption, and they consume them. Okay, I'm not stupid. You're not stupid. Nobody listening to this is stupid. So that does happen. Is that going to get cracked down on? I don't know. But I will say, I can't really describe it either. It's just kind of bizarre. And the people I talk to that have used it say the things that you're saying. And we're going to have to start calling you Slim, Brian. Your new nickname is Slim.
Never in my life. Well, and think of this. And Steve's watched me over the last few weeks. Something as simple as this is the smallest shirt I've worn, and I don't know how long. I'm usually at a minimum of 3X in my shirts, and I'm finally into a smaller size. And think about that. Men, a lot of the times, carry body fat through here and through here. And my body's changing that right now. And I'm not losing, um, my high end of my strength process right now, in the sense of I can still lift heavy weights, I can't power lift anymore. I've given that up. So if I try to go into my powerlifting weights, it's not going to happen. But I mean, good, solid structural weightlifting, I have no problem doing it. So it's not relinquishing my strength or anything like that.